Okay, morning, folks. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Flying Briefing on Sunday the 15th. I know if you look out the window, you're thinking it's not going to be a very nice day, but it will improve, folks. And what we are is eventually between these two frontal systems here, weaker fair out to the west of us at the moment, giving some rain in Cornwall. And this cold front here, which currently is again a fairly weak affair, but sat over us, but drifting to the east as the day goes on, then just fizzling out. A bit like yesterday, the isobars reasonably close together, so it's going to be breezy. A noticeable upper wind as well, as you'll see in a minute when we look at the rest of the forecast. This sort of tracks through slowly tonight and tomorrow, and then brings in some northwesterly change of air mass. So should be an okay day tomorrow. The TAFs for Farnborough, not really saying very much. It's saying scattered at 1,000 feet, which is probably what we've got now, and then improving during the day, but a few showers and rain to start off with. And then if you look at the gap width forecast, it has a gap in the middle, which just shows that it's going to be cav okay from sort of somewhere around 11 o'clock onwards, I suspect. So looking nicer as the day goes on, and then deteriorating at the end of the day again. Upper winds, 230, probably 20 knots over us, somewhere around there. Most of the day, a little bit lighter in the centre of the country, but there's a little bit of a kink in the isobars, and what the forecast models are showing is that the winds will start off southwesterly, and they may actually during the day veer around a bit more westerly, so that might mean a runway change at some point today, because I think we're going to start off on 2-3. The SatPic, the live data now shows this is this weak cold front here. It's just drifting through us. When I left home in Winchester this morning, it was drizzling, and I think that's got here, so we can have that for an hour or two, and then it'll clear through. And we've got this gap in here, really. And you can see that on the rainfall radar. There's the stuff that's coming through now. There's our gap, and there's more from the front that's going to get here late afternoon, evening time. So, bit of luck, should get quite a nice day. The temperature's certainly not going to feel anywhere near as warm as yesterday. I think 19, maybe 20 degrees over us during the day is what we're going to sort of have today. And the soaring side of things, well, hopefully it'll improve. But the air's still got a sort of low pressure to it and there's a moisture to it, so it's not going to be a great soaring forecast. 9 o'clock lines are quite close together, but certainly by 1 o'clock looks a reasonable soaring picture. If you plug in 20 degrees, look at the dew points, 3,000 foot cloud base, maybe a little bit higher. If the dew points go down a little bit more towards 10 degrees, should be fairly reasonable. And in the afternoon, you can see it's starting to deteriorate as that's 4 o'clock, as the next frontal system comes in, and then by 7 o'clock in the evening, probably the rain in the front is here. So we've got a sort of slot in the middle we can make the most of, folks. Top Meteo suggesting the same sort of thing. Low cloud to start off with. That's the prediction for 10 o'clock. And then we scroll forward a couple of hours. It's clearing up by 11, 12 o'clock. A nice cumulus day, hopefully 4 to 6 days cumulus by the looks of it. And then you can see the next front coming in from the west. So by mid to late afternoon, that's 4 o'clock, you'll see the influence of that front and the weather starts to deteriorate. So I think unusually the timing for the gaps in the weather seems to work in our favour today. so it should be quite nice. Quite a good gliding day, certainly good for training. Maybe squeeze a cross-country flight out of it, and the suggested distance for Top Meteo is really out to the north in that gap that we saw, maybe 1 to 200k for experienced people. Thermal heights by 1 o'clock, same sort of numbers that I was looking at, about 3,000 feet, 1,000 meters, maybe 1,200 meters, so 3.5 above sea level at best, I think, and then deteriorating by mid-afternoon with the arrival of the next weather system. Okay, so starting off on 2-3, folks, normal setup, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Airspace wise, very little going on. Locally, this is just the Southampton hours of operation, just showing a change from their normal published stuff. Nothing to worry about. High intensity radio transmissions, Boscombe down, which won't affect anybody. There's a clay pigeon chute there, which they've no-tamed up to 1,600 feet, which is a bit bizarre. This is the danger area crossing service number 14 that's not available today. The ones that might be slightly relevant, there's a fly past at Cheveley, that's number 16. And it's at 1:55, 12:20 to 1:55, so it could be at any time. Don't know what it is in terms of flying past. And apart from that, up in the centre of the country, comps on at Husbos, Granston, and that's about it in this area here. 30 and 31 are air displays at Sywell, but they're not taking place today. So really fairly quiet in this part of the country. Nothing going on locally near us, and no jet movements today, folks. I suspect the next one will be tomorrow or Tuesday. Okay, so hopefully see you out there when it stops drizzling. We'll start getting the kit out.